Hey guys, it's Amy. I have had a lot of people asking me how we do projections for ranking. So I thought a quick video would be the best way to do it. It is really confusing in the beginning, at least it was for me. It took me a couple of months for the whole point system to really sink in and to figure out like how we got points. Like it just would not register in my brain that you only get points from ambassadors when they have 100 PV. For whatever reason, it took forever for that to click. And then it still took a while for me to even understand the concept of how we can see where somebody's going to be this month and then what they still need to do this month to rank next month. So I think a video is going to be the best way to do that. I'm going to show you how you can project it for yourself, but then also how you can project it for your team. And this is something you can do in the back office. It's pretty simple. It just takes some basic math, and then you can see the projections. Remember, projections are all just estimates. It's based on us guesstimating who's going to place orders this month. And who will place them next month. So keep in mind, they're just estimates. We always want to estimate high. That's why for gold, even though you need 20 ambassadors, which will give you 100 points, we tell people to get 22 or 23, even a little bit more, because you never know who's going to not order in 1 month, or maybe who's not going to have 100 PV. So bear with me as I share my screen with you. I think that's going to just be the easiest way to do it. Okay, here we are in the back office. Now, there is a report called points per leg. This is just a snapshot. You are not going to make any projections or see about anybody's rank from this report. All this tells me is currently, right now, today, who on my team, my level ones only, how many points they're giving me. So that's all that report is. To run ranks and to run projections, you want to go to the detailed genealogy report. Okay, now remember, let me clear this out of here and give this this is my report. Okay, now remember, what I want you to do, I want you to keep in mind what the different colors mean, okay? White means they do not have a backup order turned on. And for point projections, that's fine. You still get points if somebody does not have their backup order on. So this person right here, the number, my very first person, there's 200 PV right here in the PV column. I'm going to get points for her even though her backup order is turned off. The other column I want you, or the other color, sorry, I want you to look at is the blue. Blue columns mean their backup order is turned on. And then if we go to the green, green means they joined in the current month. So anytime you see a green line, that means they joined in February, okay? Now, one thing you have to watch out for, upgraded ambassadors. If you have an ambassador that upgraded in February, they will not show as a green line. They will still show as a blue line, all right? I'm going to show you here in a second how you can find those people, okay? The first thing I'm going to do, I'm just going to borrow somebody's account and I'm going to show you how I'm going to run her projections. And I'm not going to tell you who it is just for the sake of privacy, I guess. But the one thing I love about this genealogy report, see this focus ID right here? You can put anybody's ID number in there and then it pulls up their report as they see it. So I'm going to pull up this person, put in her ID, update, and it's going to show me her team, all right? So this person right here is doing awesome. She has 10 ambassadors under her. This shows me, if I look at it right away just by color, 7 of them joined in February, 3 of them are joined previously, and they all have their backup order turned on. Now, if you click renewal date and you sort by renewal date, this then is going to show me, oh, these 3 blue lines, because their renewal date is February, they actually are upgrades. They just joined in February too, even though they enrolled in January. So that's what that tells me. They enrolled in January. Since their renewal date, though, is February, they upgraded. Okay. So for her, right now, she doesn't have any points. How can I tell that? You want to look at the points PV column, this one right here. Uh-oh, I sorted by the points PV column. You want to look at the points PV column right here, because remember, welcome packs do not count when we're looking at PV. So all of these people, if you look in the welcome PV column, all but 3 of them purchased a welcome pack. But in the points column, the only ones who have any PV is because they bought something over their welcome pack. So this person right here, the 3rd one, if you look, she has 100 as her welcome PV and 25 as her points per V. That means she bought $25 over the price of her welcome pack, okay? So when I'm running ranks, what I'm looking at is the points column. If any of those were 100 or above, she would have 5 points for each of those people. So when I look at this and I want to run her projections, I'm going to say, wow, you have 10 people. I'm going to assume that all of since they're all new to February, I'm going to assume all of them are going to place a 100 PV order next month. That means next month, she's going to have 50 points, okay? If nothing else changes and she doesn't add anybody else, she's going to have 50 points. How do I do that? She has 10 people on her team. They're all active. They're all level 1s. You get 5 points for your first 3 levels. So levels 1, 2, and 3, you get 5 points. So I'm going to assume that they all order 10 times 5 is 50 points. Now, that just means in March, she will have 50 points. If, however, she wants to rank gold in March, she needs to add 10 more people to her team in February. Why is that? Remember, it's because welcome packs do not give you points. So if she adds 10 more people to her team in February, then we can assume all 20 of those people now in March will place their second order of 100 PV, and she'll hit gold. So what you do in the current month is what sets you up for rank the next month. That's why when somebody says, you know, they want to rank Ruby in June, then by the end of May, they need to have enough ambassadors on their team to hit that Ruby goal in June. Okay, let me pick somebody else. I'm going to do a couple examples here. Let me pick on, here's another one. Okay. Let's pull up this person. All right, right away I see she's got 44 people on her team. I am actually going to sort, all right? I see some blues and some whites, but remember, that doesn't matter right now. What I'm going to do, though, I'm going to sort by the points PV column. If I click it, it sorts it in order, high to low, or you can click it again and it'll go low to high. So I go down to the bottom. Right here, currently, anyone in the points PV that's 100 or more, that they are giving her points for this month. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. She has 11 people giving her 5 points each. So what does she have? She has 55 points right now as of today. That's what this person has. Now, here's how I can project how many points I think she's going to have at the end of February. What you want to do is go back and look at the blue lines, okay? And any of the blue lines that have 0 PV, that means their auto qual or their backup order hasn't processed yet. So I'm going to count the blue lines with 0 PV. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. She has 12 blue lines with 0 PV. I'm keeping notes here. This is how I do it. Now, how many of those blue lines, though, are actually new ambassadors to February, right? I'm going to sort by renewal date. and I'm going to look for any blue that has a February renewal date, because that tells me that they upgraded this month. So right here, here's two. This one, it's a 0 PV. This one, it's a 0 PV. So those people are new, meaning they actually have a welcome pack. So I'm going to cross those off. So now she has 10 blue lines with 0 PV. Oh wait, look, here's another one. I'm going to scroll down again. Right here, this person, welcome pack PV, 0, upgrade in favor. So she actually then has 9 blue lines that I'm assuming are going to process because their backup order's turned on. There's no reason that it shouldn't process this month. So I'm going to take those 9 people times 5 points each, because she doesn't have right now any level 4s. All of hers are levels 1 through 3. You can see that in this column right here, the level column. So they're all going to be 5 points for her. 9 times 5 is 45 points. So for her, when auto quals run this month, they and you can check the AQ date right here, next AQ order date. Most of them are on the 26th of the month because that's what it defaults to. So if nobody goes in and changes their AQ date, they default to the 26th. She's going to have 45 points plus the 55 she currently has. That puts her at exactly 100 points for gold. So this person's going to hit gold this month. Without a doubt, she's going to hit gold. Why do I say that? Well, even if some of her blues do not go through, there are a couple other things you can do. I'm going to sort it by PV again. If you look down here, wow, she's got one person that's at $97.95. If that person ordered $2.05 more product, that would give her points. This person is at $89.95. If they would order, if they would order or if they got a customer and they would give her, that would give her points. This person here has 80. So there are some ways where you can find those extra points. Now, I'm not saying go push product on people, not at all, but sometimes you can offer them an incentive. If you really need those points for the current month so you can rank, you may offer them, hey, I will give you a $10 product credit if you wanted to try like X Factor or Block, or, it's a good way for them to try a new product. Or if they wanted to get a customer, that would push their PV up too as well. So this person I'm projecting is going to hit gold this month, right at 100 points. And we have to keep an eye on it because it is a short month. So auto quals never process past the 28th. That's the last day for all auto quals and all backups to process every month. But February is a short month, so that only means we have one more day after that to hurry up and find her more points if for some reason not all of her blue lines would process. So does that help? I hope that makes sense. Let me go and do another one really quickly, okay? And of course it's harder, it's not harder, it's more time consuming the bigger your team, because that's just more lines that you have to go through and count. So let me look here. Oh, here's another thing you can do. I'm sorry. Let's go back to this person. Okay, so she's going to end it with 100 points this month, but I want to do a projection. And I want to see where she's going to be next month, okay? So I'm going to sort by renewal date. Okay. And it sorted it by the ads at the top. For any green or blue line that joined in February that is not giving her points this month, I'm going to assume that next month they will give her points. Okay, so bear with me here. We just calculated her current month of February. She's going to close February with 100 points, assuming she does nothing else. She has added 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. She has added 17 people to her team this month. How awesome is that? And of those 17, only one of them, right here, this person, is giving her points in the current month. So this person right here, she's giving her points as part of her 100. So that means there are 16 people on her team not accounted for in her current points. So let's see, 100 points for February. You take 16 newbies who aren't giving her points this month times 5. That is 80. Okay? I'm going to assume that if she does nothing else and adds no other people on her team this month, that in March, she's going to have 180 points. If she doesn't add anybody else, in March, she'll close March with 180 points. Now, that is just an estimate, right? It's just an estimate. How do I do that? Because newbies aren't giving her points right now. I'm assuming they will give her points next month when they order. Now, here's how I do her projections for Senior Gold. Senior Gold is 200. I'm going to actually stop the share here just for a second. Where's my Zoom? Okay, well, sorry guys, I'm going to keep talking here. Bear with me. I was going to stop the share, but I can't find it on my screen. So this person, it's 250 points to Senior Gold. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to take 250 and I'm subtracting 180. That's how much I'm assuming she's going to have in March between the point she ended February and the new people she added in February. I get a difference of 70 points. That's how many people, or that's how many points short she's going to be in March for Senior Gold. If I take 70 and I divide that by 5, that's 14. If she adds 14 more people in February, she's going to hit Senior Gold in March. Do you guys, did that make sense? Let me go over it again really quickly here. Bear with me. Okay, stop the share. That's what I wanted to do. Okay, bear with me here, okay? I feel like I need to put this on like a board. Okay, we ran her projections for February. When auto quals go, she's going to end right at 100 points because that's how many people she has ordering this month, giving her 100 PV. So I write down 100 points. That's what she's going to close February with. Again, these are all estimates and assumptions. She has added 17 people to her team in February. Only one of those people are giving her points, which are included in the 100. So I'm going to take 16 people. She's got 16 newbies who bought welcome packs. I'm going to multiply that by 5 points each because I'm assuming, again, that those 16 February newbies, they're going to place an order in March for her for 100 PV, giving her 80 more points than what she currently has right now. So, again, assuming she'll carry over her 100 points, so those 20 people are going to order again in March, and her 16 newbies are going to order in March, that'll give her 180 points. If she wants to hit Senior Gold is 250 points. I take the 250, I subtract 180 from it, that comes up with 70 points. So she is 70 points short of Senior Gold right now. I take the 70 points and I divide it by 5 because she doesn't have many level 4s on her team right now. Level 4s only give you 4 points. Level 5s only give you 3 points. So that's why once you get into those higher ranks, you can't really estimate by 5 points anymore, or you're going to be off in how many people you need to add. But for her sake, she just has level 3, so we're going to keep the math simple. So I take 70 points that she's short for Senior Gold, divide that by 5, I get 14. She needs to add 14 more people to hit Senior Gold, okay? If she adds all 14 of those people in February, then we can assume that they're all going to order in March and she will hit Senior Gold in March. If she doesn't add all 14 in February, that's fine. But then she'll have to add them in March, which means she won't rank to Senior Gold until April, right? Because, again, their first month, when they order a welcome pack, they do not give you points, okay? And we want people to get the welcome packs. Now, there are, a couple of things that she can do that I talked about. She's got some people that are really, really close to 100 PV that maybe she could give some incentives to put over that 100 PV mark to give her points. But we also always want to estimate high, because you never know who is not going to order again, or who maybe is going to order but not maybe order, they just order a bag of Slim and they only give you like the 89 PV. So we always estimate high. So she needs 14 to hit senior gold. I'm going to tell her to shoot for around 17. Of course, more is better. The other thing is, ranks are easy if you're following up with all of your ambassadors like they're customers, okay? And teach your team to do the same. If you're in touch with your ambassadors like they're customers, and you know how they're feeling on the products and you're helping them troubleshoot and have success, then you're going to know who's going to order and who's not. If you don't, then one, you're going to have high attrition rate. If you're not doing good customer care with your ambassadors, you're going to have a lot of white lines because they're going to drop off. So the most important thing to ranking is customer care. The most important thing. I don't care how many points you have. I don't care how many are on your team. I don't care if their backup orders turned on. I don't care about any of that. The only thing I care about is that our ambassadors are having success on the products. You've helped them set their expectations on what they can expect. You've let them know about detox and die-off. You're helping them troubleshoot. We're doing everything we can to make them feel good about Plexus and love Plexus and take their products. That's number one. That's first and foremost. If that happens, ranks are going to come easy. People are going to keep ordering for you. So that's first and foremost. But I'm going to tell this particular person that she needs to add 17, and then she can rank to senior gold. So that is a way that you can do it for your teams. You can take the ID number from the people on your team. You can plug it in to that Focus ID box on the chart, and you can look at their report just as they do. So let me share my screen one more time, and I'm just going to show you where you can see their current points. You can see it just the same as you can see it on you. So this is, let me open this up. This is your dashboard. Everyone has it. You want to look at this right here, this little qualifications box. Currently today, these are the number of points I have, 1,670. That means I have people who already have their 100 PV giving me points. If I want to see who are my level ones, how many points they have, look, I click right here. Personal active enrollments. These are your level ones. So let me click on somebody's name. I'm going to pick on Michelle. I'm going to click on Michelle. Right now, Michelle has 465 points, okay? And then if I want to see how many are her level ones, how many points they currently have, I'm going to pick on Shelly. Click on her name. She has 103 points. So that's where you can see where they currently are. On our team, and you'll be able to get a feel for this too once you start growing your teams, or maybe you already know this. On our team, we have a ton of AQs that go through on the 26th. We have a ton more. I actually think more of mine personally for the whole team go through on the 28th. So I get a big jump in points on the 26th. I get a huge jump in points on the 28th. But this is why it's so important to make sure all of your ambassadors are feeling good, and make sure that, that their auto qual is actually set up correctly, that they have the right date, that they have the right credit card, that they have the right CVV. So when auto quals process, they go through. Now, if it's the last week of the month and somebody wants to change their order or make an edit, I tell them no, place a manual order. It's too late to be messing with your backup a couple of days before they process, because then it won't take at all. And then they won't get their products, or their shipment will be delayed, and we don't want that to happen. The other thing I want to show you guys just really quickly, it doesn't really have to do with ranks, but I've had some people asking, how can I tell how many people I have added? So the old-fashioned way to do it is to click on your, I'm going to update for me, click on your report, sort it by renewal date. That way you can pull the upgrades too, right? Because upgrades, will not show if you do it by enrollment date. And then for everyone, you just manually count starting right here. For everyone who joined in February, right here, whose renewal date is February 1st or later, you just manually count all of those. That's the only way right now to count your upgrades and your new ambassadors to see how many you've added. The shortcut is two other ways. You can click New Ambassadors, so see over here on the right-hand side, click that report, and then it's going to, over here on the left, it's going to give you a number of how many you've added. I'm going to scroll all the way down to February 1st. Right here, see this person, February 1st, that's the first person to enroll in February. He is number 153 this month. So right now, I have 153 newbies on my team. They do not count upgrades. So I have to go in and manually count the upgrades and then add those together. So that's one way. The other way to look at new ambassadors is right here, your key measures report. This is a great report to use to get a snapshot of your team. Whenever you're on, you just have to click this button, Regenerate Report. And you can do all this from your phone too, guys. It's not an app. You just go to the website and the same thing comes up. So look here. You can see personally sponsoring. Gray is the current month. Red is last month. So right now, I have one person I personally sponsored. Our team, my team has 153. See, there's that 153. Last month, we did 177. This also shows organizational volume. You can also click up here and see just my organizational volume. So this is what our team has done in volume. This is my personal volume going back to October. And then this is our sponsoring report. So you can see right now, January was our highest month for recruiting so far. But you also have to look at rates, right? I've not even looked at rates. We added 163 in November, which was awesome because we had way less people than to add than we did in January. So, and preferred customers, this is how many new preferred customers as a team we have added. So that's a good way too, just to get a snapshot. When you're in your key measures report, you can click on any of these and it's going to take you to this. So look, I'll click on 153. It's going to take me to the new ambassador report. If I click on 3, personal sponsoring, it's going to take me to the 3 that I sponsored last month. Well, see, right there. So, pretty cool, huh? So those are just some quick little snapshots. I wanted to show you how to do that. Boy, I hope that was helpful. Please don't hesitate to contact me, but that is how I run the ranks for you guys and do the estimates for your team. I sit down with my calculator and a notepad. An easy way for you guys to do it, I keep a list here of all of my level 1s and their ID numbers. And then I keep a list of some of my level 2s and level 3s that are close to rank with their ID numbers. So it's just easy. I can just plug it in the report, do the math, and give them their projection. So I hope that was helpful, guys. Thank you.